processing. My name is Aaron, and I'm making a couple web videos that's going to help individuals pass the state exam to be hearing aid specialists, and also to help some patients to understand their hearing loss a little bit better. What we're going to be going over today is masking and the difference between headphones and inserts. So the first thing that we'll do is we'll go over headphones. And headphones has a magic number of 40 decibels. Okay? And so, again, I like to make my graph as simplistic as possible just so it doesn't get too clouded. And so I have my 20 decibel normal line, and then this is basically the rest of my audiogram. And what we're going to do here, and I'll keep this about the same for all of them, but I'm going to make it a flat hearing loss just to make it as easy as possible. So here's my right ear. My right ear is going to be the better ear. Okay, and to make sure I don't cut any corners, I always do this at every octave and interoctave. And then my left ear is my worst ear. Both are linear, again, just to kind of make this a lot easier. And as long as my gap here is 20, 30, 35, I'm fine. Once I reach 40 decibels, I have to mask, okay? And what's going to happen is I am worried about this because I'm worried that this ear is kind of helping it along, and therefore this might be inaccurate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a masking into my right ear, which is considered my non-test ear. Now let's say that this is at 30 decibels across. The rule for masking ear is that I'm just going to add 10. So if I add 10 to 30, that gives me 40. That means that I'm going to put 40 decibels of narrow band noise into my right ear. Narrow band noise is the one to use. I know we have white noise and pink noise, but as far as what IHS and the state tend to want for the updated information, narrow band is always the one they're looking for. Once I basically put sound in this ear, I'm going to retest this, okay? It can get a little bit messy if you're utilizing paper sheets for your audiogram. But on a computer, you can basically just erase that. And now what's going to happen is I'm going to have a totally different symbol. And this symbol is showing me that my left ear was masked. Okay? And what this is basically showing is that, yes, I masked it because I had to, but that this wasn't actually helping it at all. I was getting the same results here. Okay, but nonetheless, if you have 40 and you're wearing headphones, that you're going to have to mask for that. So now let's talk about inserts when we're dealing with air. Inserts are great, kind of the wave of the future. You got a patient that has a prolapsed ear canal. You're able to use inserts and still do very well. The collapsed canal won't really hinder that. The other thing is that you need to mask left often because our gap is going to be gigantic. This means that it's a quicker test, a smoother test, and less chance for error. So now what happens is the magic number for air for inserts is 70. So now I'm talking about something way down here, okay? This isn't something that you're going to miss, okay? Now, even though that we're making it flat for you to easily understand it, I might have a gap of 30, and then all of a sudden as my higher frequencies come, it starts to get bigger and bigger. No matter what frequency, once you start to get a gap of your magic number, which is 70 of inserts and 40, you got to mask, okay? So here, going to be doing the same thing, okay? And just to kind of keep it the same, I'm going to throw one curveball in here. I'm going to say that my right is at 40, just to kind of get this to stick in. My masking rule states that I have to add 10 to the non-test ear. So I'm going to add 10 to my 40, I get 50. I'm going to put 50 decibels of narrow band noise into the right ear so I can redo this. Now when I redo this, I'm going to use the same symbol, but I might notice that as soon as I start to get out here, this is basically a no response zone. Okay, so you'll utilize the proper notations for that. But that shows that I was actually getting readings that wasn't true. I was getting readings because of this ear was actually helping it along. Okay? And so, again, that is the amount of noise that we're going to utilize to mask for the non-test ear. And those are the two gaps that we care about when masking for air.